Hi everybody, this is Joel Wood, your lobbyist here in Washington. I hope you're having a great summer. We are relatively fresh off of the Broadmoor Employee Benefits Leadership Forum, very successful, and got the word this week that the Insurance Leadership Forum, the biggest meeting of our organization, the marketplace meeting in the commercial insurance industry this October, our registrations are higher than ever before. So perhaps President Obama was right that the private sector is doing just fine. We're very excited, and that time is going to be upon us before you know it. On the benefit side, there have been some developments in Washington this past week. One, a major umbrella group of employers came out with a plea, a strongly worded plea, and a long filing with HHS and the administration for much more flexibility and for rules to be implemented on plan design because it's very difficult for employers to be able to get their act together with the current uncertainty in the marketplace about how things are going to continue to play out in the next year or so. Secondly, another employer or umbrella organization came out with a study that said that 86% of employers plan to keep their coverage in 2014, and that's being trumpeted by Democrats in the administration as evidence that if you like your insurance, you get to keep it. I think that's again a very simplistic rule. Until these exchanges come online, until the subsidy structure takes effect, until we have so much more teeth in the law and implementation of it, it is very difficult to be able to put a number to what the employer migration is going to be under the Affordable Care Act, and we remain very concerned that it will be significant. Additionally, the Congressional Budget Office last week came out with a study that finally acknowledged what we all know to be true, that the indexing of the subsidies that is designed to restrain their costs, that as a part of the Affordable Care Act that would take place in 2018, that indexing is unlikely to ever really occur. Under the Act, suddenly in 2018, the employer or the refundable tax credits that individuals would be taking would be limited to an overall number of 0.5% of gross domestic product. And that sounds like a good deal for the taxpayers. We know that's not going to happen. So on multiple fronts, the deficit reduction farce of this is becoming evident. You've got an assumption that the Class Act is going to save $80-some-odd billion. That's not going to happen. You've got an assumption of $500 billion worth of Medicare cuts that are going to somehow materialize through affordable, accountable care organizations, of which only 10% of those organizations have been formed that were expected to date. You've got an assumption that there is going to be the DOC reimbursement cut of 27% that's going to take place for Medicare patients next year. You know that's not going to happen. You've already got an acknowledgement from the administration that the subsidies are going to cost over $111 billion more in the upcoming couple of years. So not only are we facing a fiscal cliff, generally speaking, for the debt of the country, but we are absolutely going to face a fiscal cliff on healthcare reform, irrespective of what the Supreme Court decides and irrespective of whether or not Mitt Romney or President Obama is reelected this fall, and what the nature of Congress is going to be. So it's going to be a busy time, a fascinating time. We'll keep you posted. Thank you.